Alright, folks. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but that's me cracking one. I know that some of you guys like to look back at the year before and have an idea of how the track looked the year before you go to that race and see how it's gonna, if it's something you want to go to or not. Well, I can tell you right now, it's always a massive turnout at Ashcraft Farms, and they try to incorporate some new stuff. If they think it's going to be a weather forecast that's going to be muddy, they'll try to stay out of the bottom sections. If they think it's going to be like it is today, kind of dry, they might go anywhere. And we had got some rain, but it was hot. It was very hot, humid, and this is the third race. Everything's burning pretty good. I had Mason Grove right out there in front of me. He likes to start right beside me, get his digs in, and then make as many passes as he can. But what it did for me was make for one heck of a dusty trail. It was bad. Now I don't have a whole lot of guys in my class racing in KTM, so I wasn't in a massive hurry. I kind of wanted to keep up. And I was keeping these guys in my sights for a while. We're heading up over the hill. We just crossed over the power line, and we're going to start connecting a few fire roads. And this is like one of my more favorite sections. It's very rocky at Ashcrafts. Big Goonie style rocks. And I ain't saying I laid back, because I did not lay back. I was trying my best to keep up with these guys. I knew what I was getting myself into right out here on occasion. On Sundays they get together and ride a lot of times, and I'll show up out here, and it's not necessarily a local track for me, but it's a good track to come and hone your skills in. So we're gonna bust up here real soon onto this rocky fire road, and with some of the torrential rains that we had, this road was partially wiped out, big ditches and whatnot. Didn't look too bad right here though. And this is just like another section that connects it over to another fire road going up over the hill. We'll be snaking our way up over this steep hill right here. You can't really see it, but there is some pretty deep ruts in this road. And she's pretty steep. I have no problem going fast uphill. For whatever reason, I'm sure a lot of guys are this way. It's just so much easier to go uphill just as fast as you can. Going downhill, I struggle. I feel like I'm out of control. Leave a comment if you got any tips for me for going downhill, because that's where we're heading now. We're heading down over toward the creek bottom, and I struggle in this section. I don't know why. Even when I'm over in practice, I can't really feel like I'm not giving it hardly any gas. It's steep. Trying not to outbrake. There's a lot of windy turns and stuff. I should ask the master himself, John Ashcraft. He flies around here. Kelly, she flies around here. And, they were raised here, so they know the ins and outs, and they get good at it. And I'm pretty sure I got Brock Cutskill behind me. Now, I thought he was racing the double A. Not the expert line, but he could be in the expert line. He might have got in behind me. I can hear him doing the old Indian Outlaw whoop whoop. If you listen careful, you might be able to hear it, but I doubt it. He whoop whoops me a couple times going down over here, because I'm probably slowing him up a good bit. You'll see him. I let him by. I wish in video you could see the elevation change, because this is steep. We're heading down over through here. Traction's not bad. I got the bike fairly well set up. There he goes. Pretty sure that's him. You don't want to take that turn on the trail. Goes a little bit to the inside of it up there. And then he's going to do what I did too. I think you end up catching that one little branch, and it kind of sends you down to the left. He was able to bounce up out of there a little faster than what I was. There we go. I do end up finishing 16th overall. I didn't get lapped, which is a good thing in my book. It's always a good race. I wish I could do better in the woods. I just don't do enough of it. I have made some changes to the KTM. I lowered the whole thing down a couple inches, and I'm hoping that works well for me. We're going to try it out up at Cross Forks there and see how it goes up there. It's not doing bad on the grass track. I've been trying it out on the grass track with the lowered suspension. And now if I go to a full-blown motocross track with the jumps and everything, I'll raise everything back up. But for right now on the grass track and keeping it a lower center of gravity and stuff like that, I think it just works better for me. Now we're heading back up over this hill. We're up in the middle of this one hollow. No problem at all getting up through here. I like this section. But I'll let the cat out of the bag early. If you're just looking to watch the track to see how the track looked in 2024, I'll give you one good lap. Unfortunately, the rest of the stinking race, how it went is how it looks. I was by myself the whole race. No one really caught me, and I didn't really catch anybody else. I stalled the bike out once and had Brian Ashcraft come up behind me and talk to me a little bit on like the last lap. And I've been getting arm pump, something fierce. I'm pretty sure it's arm pump. My fingers just go numb. I get tingling in my hands. Usually by the second, third lap, can hardly feel the clutch handle, can hardly feel the brake handle. I don't really necessarily feel very safe out there. I'm not sure what to do about it exactly, because it just happened. As you can tell, the course was nice and loamy, and like when you got into the rocky sections, you had a lot of rocks, but if you got into these kind of sections here with the ferns and whatnot, lots of moisture in the ground, coming out across side here, you couldn't ask for any better single track. Now we're heading out. I'm pretty sure we're almost up to like close to the overlook, and we're going to start doubling back, and we'll jump back out here in a little while to, we're going to go down in a little bit of a hollow and then back up over. You'll see. These trails are well ridden. Anybody that comes here on a Sunday afternoon knows them like the back of their hand. One thing about it, if without having anybody in front of me like I am, at least I didn't have to worry about the dust or a vision problem or anything like that. When I was doing my regular maintenance with the air filters, I thought would be clogged up completely and stuff. It wasn't so. I mean, I don't know if it just wasn't enough motocross, but I took them out and cleaned them off and put new oil and stuff in the filters, but they really didn't need it. They weren't bad at all. I was surprised. And this is probably a lot of the reason why. So we'll see if I can keep up a little bit better on up there at Cross Forks. I've never been to there other than the rattlesnake hunt that I've been to many a times. I know exactly where it's at, a little bit of north of Renova up there. So I know it's a heavy rocky course and stuff like that up there, or it should be. I know they hold some, I think it's National Enduro races up there. Getting ready, we're gonna jump back out on this road. I think there's the overlook. Bunch of us come up there at night and got to see State College by all its lights. It was really nice. Got here, I think it was Wednesday evening, and camped out, helped with the track, getting it put together on the motocross side of things, checking the cross-country stuff out, get the kids' races trimmed up and stuff. And now we're heading back down over this fire road, down toward the power line. And she's steep. We're gonna duck in here. Now this used to be an old BMX track. I felt like Sexton right there. The old front end tucked on me. Stalled the bike out. Kind of really super dusty right there. Real thick dust. We're heading back down the hill, and then we're going to jump out in over, and we're going to head toward the old sinkholes everybody knows about to go watch. You'll see there's some people there that are cheering you on and stuff like that. It's always nice to see. There's a little shortcut some of the guys were jumping across over there. There we go, we're going to jump across the power line. Got some mountain bikers trying to come up the trail. I'm sure they got stopped before they got too far along, because you don't want them on the same trail as the dirt bikes that are coming down through. I'm sure they could hear them coming down through there. There was a lot of guys behind me, that's for sure. Now we're in the bottom. We're down here in this bottom section, cruising down over in toward them sinkholes. As you can tell, there's a little bit of water left over there from some of the rains we got overnight. Check this crowd out. There's always people in these sinkholes. It's pretty easy to get to. You just jump across the barn there and go across the one field. And they zig and zag you around in through here. In and out. Now we're heading back toward the start-finish line. Down into this bottom section. And if you ask me, I think this course was vintage friendly. Post-finish friendly, and like the bike I'm on, Next Gen, it was friendly for all the bikes. I think they did a great job as far as keeping everybody in mind. There was no separation between vintage and post-finish bikes this year. Everybody rode the same trail, and I don't think it was going to be a problem either way. Well, we only got about just a little while left here, and I think the next cross-country video is going to probably be up at Cross Forks. And hopefully we see y'all up there racing with the Mid-Atlantic. I will see you there. Have a good one, guys. Adios.